So I want to give you my little formula. I have a free course on this, how to get everything you want in relationships. The first step is that whenever you're trying to change your partner, that means being angry with them, complaining to them, arguing, fighting with them, manipulating them, passive aggressive. We all do it differently. You're trying to get more from your partner. This is how do you get more? Well, if you're not getting more, you don't know what you're doing. You're not doing the right thing. So accept that and realize what you're doing is trying to change your partner. First step, stop. But hard to stop changing your partner once you become aware of how you try to change your partner. Because love is this. Love is allowing. Love is accepting. Love is desiring. All that comes together, and love is oneness. So many qualities of love. Second step. Where do you go from there? You change yourself. And what does it mean to change yourself? Because that's where the power comes from. It's the power of love. You start to love yourself again. And what do you do if you're a man? You do things that will increase your testosterone. So we'd have an argument and a little fight. I would go off and do something to rebuild my testosterone. And what men do to cope with stress, the opposite of what psychology teaches today, is talk about everything. No, for a man, temporarily forget it. That's why we're always telling you women, forget it. Don't worry about it. Let it go. Let's have sex. That never works. Temporarily forgetting it allows a man to detach from the estrogen world and rebuild his testosterone. Then, after his testosterone's up, that's when his heart opens and his estrogen can come up without pushing his testosterone down. Now he has wisdom. And that is the biological design that men start out with more testosterone, and as they age, wisdom comes in and estrogen increases. And women start out with all this estrogen, and then their estrogen goes down, but their testosterone comes up to balance. And yes, women still have the hormones. They're just not as much because you're not making babies. The full moon at any age, or particularly after menopause, your estrogen levels will rise higher. And one of the problems today is giving women estrogen means that you're not going to feel the need to make estrogen. And the way you make estrogen is through intimacy, love, sex. 4 hugs a day. What hugs do is they generate oxytocin. What oxytocin does is helps estrogen to rise. That's why everybody's talking about oxytocin. Actually, biologically, it has a function. Touch, hugs, not talking, just touch. But listening also creates oxytocin to let her testosterone self go down, estrogen self go back up to find that balance. And she needs it most during those 5 days. If she gets it then, she's good for the rest of the month. Because the next hormone she needs after that is progesterone. And men, you don't make progesterone in women. She still needs estrogen, but progesterone is more important. And too much testosterone actually uses up your progesterone. What stimulates progesterone is social bonding. That's your girlfriends. That's making dinner together. That's doing projects together. That's doing what you want. And if you're a real masculine type woman, you also need some testosterone. You've depleted it. You need alone time. That's the self-nurturing time. That's the bathtub. That's the dancing, the gardening. All this stuff that's alone that you can do is rebuilding your progesterone. Or if you don't have a big testosterone life, it's a lot of socializing, and usually for women, it's both. There's so much to teach. It's all in this book, but the last thing I want to share with you is just some little tidbit that makes such a difference, and that's the flowers. This is the gesture. This is the romantic gesture because it's beautiful. And that I saw beauty, and I want to bring it to her, is the recognition of beauty. And my wife, that's the greatest gift she's given me, is her beauty. Life was grace. Life is beautiful. We go on walks and oh, look. And she'd see the little flower, the little flower, the little flower. Everything was beautiful to her, and she wanted to be surrounded in beauty all the time. The flower symbolizes femininity. It's beautiful, smells sweet, beautiful. And if you don't tend to it, it dies in a week. You have to water it, and it will die in a week. And if you water it, which means you have to replace the flowers. See, that's romance. It doesn't just last forever. It dies in a week. You got to go back and do all those same things again. And the guy goes, oh my gosh, so much work? No, you make it work by thinking you have to do big things. What women need is lots of little things. You see, when I bring 12 roses, 50 roses, and sometimes that's nice, I'll get the same amount of oxytocin and estrogen as if I brought 1 rose. So watch this. Men think 50 roses I can ignore for 3 months. No, it's the little stuff. And men think, oh, she's such a burden because she's never happy. Well, why is she not happy? Because you gave her one big thing and said, okay, you got the ring, that's it, honey. I'm giving you my insurance policy. So we give men lots of appreciation whenever possible, and you give women lots of little expressions of affection. The disaster we're going through right now is spirituality coming to this planet, women being empowered to their male side, now learning to come back to the female and balance it within yourself. And for men going to their female side, doing more what we love to do, we enjoy doing, having fun in our lives, not all sacrifice. These are all new skills if we want to sustain a lifetime of love and create a life of ageless living, to be in love for a lifetime. Thank you all so much.